Welcome to W&L Sports Weekly. I'm Jeremy Franklin. This week we'll speak with field hockey coach Gina, women's soccer senior Rebecca Dunn, and riding captain Laura Lemon. But first, a quick look back at the weekend in Washington and Lee athletics. The volleyball team took on a pair of top 5 opponents at the Warner Center, falling 3-1 to number 4 Emory, and then dropping a 3-0 decision to second-ranked Christopher Newport. Football improved to 3-0 with a 56-21 win over the Apprentice School, while men's cross country came in second at the Commonwealth Challenge at Shenandoah. Men's soccer scored a 3-1 victory at Virginia Wesleyan, while the women defeated Guilford 5-0 on the road. At the ITA Southeast Regional Women's Tennis Championships, Brooke Donnelly fell in the semifinal round in singles, while Donnelly and Tessa Hill also advanced to the semis in doubles. Riding opened up the season with a third-place finish at the Randolph Invitational, and field hockey fell 2-1 in overtime at St. Mary's. Here with me now is field hockey coach Gina Wills. Gina, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
This is your first year at Washington and Lee after a very successful run at DePaul. How is the transition going with your new job?
It's been really great. We have a great athletics department here at Washington and Lee, and so they've made the transition really easy for me, and especially working with the team. We have a great group of women. I think some of the changes that we've made with the system that we're playing are a little bit different for them, but they've responded really well, and I think we're getting into the flow of playing, and they're working really hard and doing everything that we're asking of them as coaches. So they're a great group. They've made the coaching transition really easy for me, and I have a great we have a great assistant coach, Kylie Kale, and since she was here last year, she's helped me in the transition greatly as well.
W&L is currently 3-5 overall, but 4 of those losses have come by a single goal, 3 of them in overtime. What do the Generals need to do to finish out those close games?
We've been really competitive in every game. I've been proud of the team in that we're creating a lot of opportunities for ourselves offensively, so maybe taking advantage of some of those opportunities during regulation where we're getting corners or getting the ball in our attacking end and really taking advantage of those. Our defense has played really well. We're not giving up a lot of goals, which is really great, or a ton of shot opportunities against some really competitive opponents. So we're in every game, we're competitive in every game. I think it's just maybe early on in the first half, setting the tone early, scoring first, and then being able to keep the pressure on for the rest of the game.
As you mentioned, you've played a quality schedule through the first few weeks of the year. A highlight would be the overtime victory over number 12 Catholic. How has the first month of the season prepared you for ODAC play?
ODAC play has really been our focus since the beginning of this season. We've talked about preparing ourselves with the competition we faced at the beginning of the season, and just working really hard for ODAC play. We've played different teams that have different styles, which is really great for our team to see too, different kinds of defense, different kinds of offense. So we feel really confident in the way that the team is playing and their competitiveness going forward. They've talked about how it's a new season, and one of our goals is to win ODACs. So it's definitely great for the team that they have been in every game, have played competitive teams. So ODAC play should be, we'll be prepared for ODAC play. And we open up with Lynchburg, who won ODACs last year. So I think the competitive schedule has really prepared us for that as well, to face them first and to be ready mentally for that game.
The Division III semifinals and title game are back in Lexington this November. How exciting is it to have the NCAA championship here during your first year at W&L?
It's a great event. I love attending the Final Four. It's just such a special time for the athletes that are participating and for the teams that are here, and to see the level of field hockey. It's a great honor, I think, for W&L to be able to host, and we have a great staff that is working really hard to prepare for the event. I think it's so neat. As coaches, we work so hard with our team, but to be able to influence and host a great experience for other teams and for other schools is really exciting. And we have a great facility, and I think it's just really neat to have those schools come here and to have that kind of hockey. Our team helps out a lot with the tournament, and they love it. They love to be a part of it, and it's just such an exciting atmosphere.
Gina, thank you for joining us here. Best of luck as you start ODAC play this weekend.
Thank you.
I'm joined now by Rebecca Dunn, senior soccer player from Houston. Rebecca, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Washington and Lee boosted its strength of schedule in the non-conference part of the season. You've already recorded quality wins over teams like Salisbury and Elizabethtown. How pleased have you been with the way the team has responded to playing such tough competition early on?
I think that we've all been super excited about the 2 wins out of conference. Firstly, the win against Salisbury was really big because we tied against them last year. I think the seniors were especially really excited to come out and try to get a big win against Salisbury. And then with the Elizabethtown game, it was very exciting because we won in double overtime. So 2 big goals in that game, and also traveling so far to play them is really exciting to get those wins.
Through the first 8 games of the year, no player has scored more than 4 goals. You're one of 10 generals who have at least 1 goal so far. What's allowed W&L to be so balanced on the offensive end?
I think that that's attributed to 2 things. One is that our players this year are super versatile. So a lot of our defense has been coming up and scoring key goals off of corner kicks, and then also our bench is really deep. So we've been able to play a lot of different players in the field and a lot of different Jenny scoring. So it's been super excited.
W&L is getting set for a Parents Weekend game against Lynchburg, the defending national champions, the only ODAC team that's beaten you over the past 2 seasons. What would a win against the Hornets mean to the team?
I think that it would mean a great deal. First of all, Lynchburg is our #1 rival, and we haven't beaten them since I've been here in my 4 years. So it'd be super exciting, not only for the team and for all of our parents, but also our coaching staff that's worked so hard and really wants to beat Lynchburg. So yeah, that would be awesome. We're hoping for that one and take down the national champions, and hopefully that will also put us into having the ODAC tournament at home. So that's what we're hoping for.
Saturday's game will not make or break your season. You've got several tough matches later on in October. What are the keys to staying sharp over the second half of the year?
I think just doing what we have been doing. Our practices are very high intensity, and we always come out strong for our games. So I think just keep doing what we have been doing and keep our spirits up and keep having fun.
Rebecca, thanks for joining us. Best of luck the rest of the fall.
Thanks for having me.
With me in the studio now is Laura Lemon, senior riding captain from Roanoke. Laura, welcome back to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Washington and Lee opened up the new season with a 3rd place finish at Randolph over the weekend. How pleased was the team with Saturday's performance?
I say we were very excited, not just pleased. The first show is always a rush to get there because we start so much later than all the other schools. We basically have 2 weeks to form a team and get strong, and then we're sent off to the first show. So the fact that we did so well in our very first show really makes me excited to see what the rest of the season will bring.
You had an impressive year in 2014-15, earning all ODAC honors. You were the 3rd place finisher in the Cashillon Cup standings. What are your personal goals for your senior season?
Well, I know as a team I would love to continue doing well in ODACs and in the region, but when you boil it down to it, I guess my goals are just to constantly be learning and improving and always trying to strive for consistency and adaptability. And I just love to be able to look back at my senior season and know that I rode my absolute best.
W&L has a large roster, including several newcomers this year. How do you see your role as one of the team's captains?
Well, I was thinking back, I guess, on when I was a freshman, and I know that my captains, when I first joined the team, really inspired me because they exemplified what I could get out of a varsity sport and what I could get out of my whole entire college education. They showed me how to balance athletics and academics and how to really be a good team, a teammate in a sport that really usually highlights the individual. So they're very big shoes to fill, but I would love to give that to my teammates this year and really be a mentor and example, as well as a good teammate and a friend.
What are the general's expectations for this season?
Well, the sport has a lot of chance element in it, so I guess the big expectation is just for everyone to always try their best and to bring 100% every single time and be good sports. And as long as everyone does that, I'm excited to see what the rest of the season will bring.
Laura, thanks for joining us. Best of luck throughout the year.
Well, thank you.
It's time now for a look at the upcoming weekend. It's Parents and Family Weekend at W&L, which means a full slate of action in Lexington on Saturday. Women's soccer plays host to defending NCAA champion Lynchburg, while field hockey will also square off against the Hornets. Football faces Guilford in a battle of unbeatens, and men's soccer takes on the Quakers as well. Elsewhere on Saturday, men's cross country will compete in SUNY Geneseo's Mike Woods Invitational. Volleyball travels to Virginia Beach, where the Generals will meet Virginia Wesleyan and Mary Washington. Men's tennis will compete in the ITA Southeast Regional Championships at Mary Washington, with action starting on Saturday. And looking ahead to the start of the week, women's golf will host the Generals Invitational, while the men's team travels to Oglethorpe. For W&L Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching.